not going to be able to see it because of the brightness. But understand that organic does not make it right, okay? This is a Harvard study. Organic food today has also become processed food. So many of your processed foods can still be organic. Just because it's organic doesn't mean it's good, all right? More than 4/5 of all organic sales in the United States were being made under the brands owned by Heinz, Kellogg. We know those are companies that are not providing good food for us though, right? Right? But they're providing organic food. So just because it's organic does not mean that it's good, right? Then at the bottom of the study, it also says, let's see. Here we go. Okay. When it goes to eggs, organic egg production today looks like non-organic egg production. I sometimes take my students to Pete and Jerry's organic farm in New Hampshire so they can see what a mainstream organic sector looks like. This is a well-managed operation, but it consists of a single long structured housing, 20,000 tightly packed birds, all right? So when you talk about your organic chickens, organic eggs, understand that these farms are no different, all right? Organic simply means that the chicken has, or whatever the animal is, the creature, has to have a door to be able to walk out of, all right? If you watch there's plenty of documentaries on it about organic, right? And they go into these organic farms and they see nothing but, like that just said, 20,000 of chicken crawling over each other. Many of them dead, which produces acid also. They eat each other, right? Incest. When they're dead, they're pissing and shitting all over each other, right? Just because it's organic doesn't mean that it's healthy for you. Okay? So there's an example, a Harvard study for you showing what organic actually means, all right? It doesn't change the fact that many processed foods are still organic, okay? So there's one for you. I'm like, because people, they want to see studies. If a college says it, then I guess it's good. Nay, slay all day. They said I got my fitness plan, so excited. I'm excited to see your transformation and testimonial. I post client testimonials daily if you're new to my page, and they're going to keep coming. So shout out to you. All right. Here's another one by a Harvard study. Here's a Harvard doctor who went to a university also went to a university in the Netherlands, the world's leading agricultural university in 2016, right? She drew a harsh conclusion. Organic farming as a whole is a mismatch of valuable goals and ideals that have either been insufficiently tested or completely misguided, right? So again, just because it's organic. My whole point is for you to understand that organic does not change the nature of the food, okay? Don't think, okay, if this food, I know this food is bad, I know a regular tomato is bad for me, right? Because it's full of lectins, which is why so many people have digestive issues, because you're getting sliced tomatoes on all your sandwiches, on all your burgers, on top of whatever else is on the burger, right? It's full of lectins, so it's causing digestive issues, IBS, Crohn's, and all these other things, acid reflux, right? But if I just get it organic, it'll be fine for me. No, it doesn't change the fact that the tomato is full of lectins. And it's going to cause you the same issues. It just has less pesticides on it because it's organic, right? Maybe. So we have to understand. This is why I like to teach like how to read labels and things like that, because like I realize from the comments like people just don't get it. It's crazy. It's really sad, but it's like, dang, yo, people really just don't get it. What else? And like this is what I do in my free time. I read books like this, right? This whole book goes in on herbs for disease, A to Z, right? Like this is what I read in my free time. It breaks down the DNA of the human body, right? Why different foods work for different people. Like, I don't know. I try to help y'all out. Y'all seem to like the info. Right, so you missed the point. You said on organic tomatoes, they don't put the pesticides on them. Right, so it doesn't have pesticides. It doesn't change what the tomato is and what the tomato is doing to your body, right? Because whether it's organic or non-organic, you still should only be eating a cherry or plum tomato because they don't have as many lectins as long as all the other 20 facts I broke down on that video. So you have to start understanding these things. Organic doesn't change it. what makes you think what is good for you is good for all. I don't think that. That's why I made the video giving you the 5 best ways to cure and prevent disease. And a few of the things I said was get a hair mineral analysis test, get a food sensitivity test. Why? Because all foods don't work for everybody. However, we do know that all of your typical foods are causing the disease, which is why disease is always on the rise. Right? So yes, certain foods that are great for the majority may not be good for you, because once you understand what works for your body, you may not want that food. But that doesn't mean that now you should eat red meat all day. That's never going to be good for anybody, right? Good stuff. I just got the hair and food sensitivity test for $100. Exactly. People be like, well, what if you can't afford this? Well, then you got to educate yourself and read and learn how to increase your finances, right? Because that's a big problem. If you ain't got the finances, then you got to settle for the nonsense food. So it all has to come into play together, right? So stop settling for low finances, low income jobs. Educate yourself. Do something to move yourself forward. Yeah, I'm about to go on a walk. Just wanted to show you a couple Harvard studies and scientific studies so y'all feel more comfortable with the information I give you. Yeah, exactly. You can get the test for cheaper. Harvard study, after weighing all the evidence, research conclude that organic foods don't appear to have more vitamins and nutrients than non-organic foods. People think that it's organic, so it has more nutrients and vitamins. That's not how it works. It just means it may have less pesticides. Yeah, this is LA. LA, it's a nice sunny day, 75 and sunny. But yeah, stay tuned, because like y'all ain't seen nothing yet. I'm really about to start going in and really giving y'all like what it is you need. Like whatever your issue is, I'm gonna put before it. This is not medical advice. This is suggestions that you can take or not take. And I'm gonna give y'all the milligrams of what to mix, what herbs to mix to deal with your specific issue. And then when these testimonials start coming in, y'all gonna understand what's going on, right? Because I already post client testimonials daily. I already posted a client testimonial of a client whose mother had cancer, right? He reached out to me. She no longer has cancer, right? So there's about to be a lot more of those, all right? So for all the negative comments saying I don't know what I'm talking about, okay, keep saying that. And then people will be like, I'll post something, they'll be like, well, I don't believe it unless you reference Dr. Sebi or post a video of him saying it or another holistic teacher saying it. What you don't understand is, first, I get my information directly from people who traveled the world and studied under Dr. Sebi for decades, right? Secondly, Dr. Sebi's no longer here. He's now an ancestor of mine, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep pushing this information forward. And guess what? I'm going to be the new person that y'all are going to know for curing diseases and healing diseases, right? Because I got to be careful with my words, right? So that time is coming. So the negative comments are funny until I start producing documents from my clients' PhD doctors when they go back and the doctor's like, what the hell? How do you not have cancer anymore? How do you not have diabetes anymore? How do you not have high blood pressure, cholesterol? How do you not have heart disease anymore? Right? Because of what I told somebody to do naturally, and they didn't have to go through chemotherapy. They didn't have to go through this. Because all that is coming, okay? Trust me. So I don't need to reference Dr. Sebi or another well-known holistic naturopathic doctor on my videos, because I am the guy now, all right? And I'm going to verify that as I already do through my testimonials, and there's going to be more dramatic ones coming. So be prepared for that. And I'm going to set up a situation on my website where you can actually schedule consultations with me for something real specific. If somebody in your family is dealing with something specific, and I'm going to give you the full breakdown, the milligrams, how many herbs, when to take them, what time, how to mix them, how to make them. You're going to do that, and you're going to see different protocols are going to wipe out these issues in 3 to 5 to 6 months, right? So I'm actually posting a video on cancer today, this evening. It's going to give you some basic protocols, but when I start doing the consultations, it's going to get a lot deeper and a lot more effective. Yes, YouTube is the same name. If you ever miss my lives, right, Subscribe to my YouTube because I upload these lives to my YouTube so you can rewatch and play them back. Yeah. Let me see what else I got for y'all as far as scientific studies. Just more studies showing that organic doesn't improve the vitamins and minerals you're getting from the foods. All right. And then a big thing, people have been commenting lately like, all you talk about is what's bad. All you talk about is what's bad. You have more videos on what's bad, right? First of all, I don't have so many videos telling you what's right. You just only see the videos bad because it catches your attention, right? Which is done on purpose, right? Because I know it's going to. It's marketing and helping you at the same time. But on top of that, I'm not going to give you a bunch of videos on what's good without telling you what's bad. Because if I do that, guess what happens? You keep eating the bad foods and introducing the good foods and mixing them in together, and you're not going to get better, right? Because I can give you all the best foods to heal this, to help with this, to help with that, right? But if we're not eliminating the bad foods that are causing those issues, none of that matters. That's why I gotta hit you with these videos to tell you the wrong foods you're eating so we can slowly eliminate one by one by one. We're gonna get rid of the regular tomato. We're gonna get rid of the celery. We're gonna get rid of the red meat, the chicken, the pork. We're gonna get rid of all this stuff, the milk, the dairy, the eggs. I'm gonna make a video on all those so we can eliminate those from the diet. Now we can start adding positive things. Because if we keep eating the negative things and start introducing the positive things with the negative things, nothing gets fixed, right? So to fix any problem, as I always say, like a credit score, what do we got to do? We got to remove the negative, add the positive. Because if you've been missing payments on your credit cards for 5 years, now all of a sudden you get a good job, you got more money to pay your bills, so you pay your bills on time for a few months, and you're wondering why your credit score is still trash, right? Because you didn't remove the negative. We didn't do anything to get those off, right? You spent decades adding negative things to your credit report, to your digestive system, to your body. Now you're wondering why you made a couple payments on time and your disease isn't cured, right? So that's why I have to hit you with the negative things. Get rid of these, get rid of that, right? Before we can start adding the good things to boost your credit score, to boost your body, to get rid of and eliminate your issues, right? I have a game plan as to why I do things the way I do. I'm very calculative in the way I do things, right? It's no coincidence that my videos get views and I'm getting followers, right? Because I could just be a normal dude not doing things the way I do it and still tell you the same info, and guess what? Nobody would view it, nobody would share it, right? So you have to turn marketing into it also, right? So I have to be a good marketer while also helping you improve your health. Because if I just give you boring videos, you should do this, you shouldn't eat that, and blah, blah, blah. Here's the scientific research and state different references. Nobody's going to watch that video. So I got to do it in a way that grabs your attention and get you to watch the video so you can ask questions, so you can start doing your own research, so you can start to really understand why these foods are bad, why these foods are good, right? Don't deal with cauliflower, don't deal with broccoli. And if you scroll through my page, a lot of people, they follow me because of a big video that blew up, but they don't take the time to scroll through my page and see all the videos where I tell you which things are actually going to help you, right? So if you just joined, we went in, I showed some scientific studies from Harvard and things like that showing why organic doesn't make it better, right? It doesn't change the chemistry of the food and what it does to the body, which you have to understand. Close that out. I'm about to go on a walk. I'll probably take y'all with me, actually. All right, here's another study. An organic bird is required to have access to the outdoor and environment, allowing it to express natural behaviors. But according to animal scientist Kirk, whatever his last name, professor at University of California, those are very vague standards. Organic rules are written in general terms. You can do very little to meet standards. The outdoor access rule is no more strict than the USDA requiring for free range and is expressed natural behavior. What the heck does that mean, right? So there's a scientist from the University of California telling you organic doesn't mean nothing for an animal besides the fact they have to have a door, even though they're still stocked up and piled on each other. They got 20,000 chickens crawling over each other, half of them dead, eating each other's feces, eating each other. On top of that, these chickens, I did a video on chickens, are not real chickens. They're called Cornish hens. They're a fake chicken created in a lab. It's a mutant chicken, right? The breasts are so big they can barely walk. They die during a thunderstorm because the thunder scares them. That's how unhealthy their heart is. Just a little scare, they die from heart attack, right? And this is what you're eating. These are your chickens you're eating in the U.S. if you're in the U.S., right? And then these mutant chickens trash truck and a semi truck just almost wrecked. All right, so these that threw me all the way off. These are the chickens that are having these eggs that you're eating. So you're eating the embryo of these mutant chickens on top of everything else I told you was wrong with the egg, and the cycle keeps going. And you're thinking, and then you're listening to these fitness people and stuff telling you eggs are healthy, chicken's healthy. Like it's crazy. All right. So I think that was all I really wanted to show y'all. But we're going to stay on though. I'm about to go on a walk though. I'll probably take y'all with me. Let's do that. It's a nice day. It's a nice day out here in LA. Sun is shining. So yeah, comment y'all's questions. What do you eat for protein? Yesterday I had a protein bowl I made. It was garbanzo beans, hemp seed, quinoa, and mushrooms. All right, those are going to be your best sources of protein, complete source of protein. Quinoa is a complete source of protein, all 9 essential amino acids. I almost left my laptop out here. Hemp seed is also all 9 essential amino acids, complete source of protein. Garbanzo beans, a great source of protein. It's really the only bean you should be dealing with. You go to Chipotle and get all the black beans on your wrap, and then you wonder why your stomach's hurting for 2 days. So stop dealing with that. Again, what if you don't like beans? Your protein is going to be from your nuts and seeds. Your walnuts, your Brazilian nuts are great. Your quinoa is great. As I just mentioned, your hemp seed are great. All right, put this down for a second. Sea moss is great. However, if we don't remove the negative things, the sea moss ain't fixing nothing. Again, only beans you should be dealing with is garbanzo beans. Should have my keys. Should take a water. Where's my water? Should be dealing with the coconut for your hydration, right? Have your coconut, 1,800 calories, best electrolytes. Stop drinking Gatorades and energy drinks and all that nonsense. Stop dealing with apple cider vinegar. It's super acidic, which is where disease lives, right? I'm about to hook y'all up soon because I'm linking up with my homie. I'll be like, what does he eat? This is 100% alkaline meals. All right, that's how I get my meal prep for my homie here. And what he's doing is he now has worldwide shipping. Well, it's coming in a week or two. So we're teaming up so I can direct y'all into the correct place to get meals. If you're like, where do I get this alkaline food? Where do I get, and you want it to still taste good, right? So what we're doing is, I hope I don't lose service in the hallway. What we're doing is we're teaming up. And with that, I'm going to send y'all exactly where to go to get your meal prep. So you're good to go on that. And then he's best friends with Dr. Sabi's son, Victor. They're all here in LA. They're like right down the street from me, right? So me and him are linking up, me and Victor, Dr. Sabi's son. And I'm going to send y'all to the correct place to get all the herbs that I speak of. And then my best friend, Brother Polite, right? He lives about 10, 15 minutes down the road. He traveled the world for decades with Dr. Sabi. He's one of the few people to ever grace the stage and teach with Dr. Sabi. That's who I learned directly under, along with reading nonstop and learning from many other people. Names I mentioned, Dr. Robert Morris, Dr. Layla Africa, again, Brother Polite, KT the art degree, Dr. Enki, of course, Dr. Sabi, German scientist Dr. Otto Weinberg won a Nobel Peace Prize for teaching exactly what I teach. That disease cannot live in an alkaline body. So there's plenty of sources. But people will discredit Dr. Sebi because he doesn't have a degree, a PhD. So then I hit you with Robert Morris, who has 10 plus degrees in biochemistry and many other things. And then I hit you with Dr. Layla Africa, who has degrees also, performs surgeries and everything, but still teaches everything that I teach you. I feel like I'm forgetting something. Yeah, keep dropping those questions. If you're just joining, left my mask. There's no way in hell. Ain't no way in hell that, let me make sure, get this natural air and instead have a mask on while I'm taking a nice walk, getting this vitamin D and air, right? And have a mask on, breathing in my own toxins, right? Because when we exhale, that's our toxins coming out of our body. When you have the mask on, you're breathing it right back in. When I'm in a situation where I have to wear a mask, especially for long periods, like when I took a flight to Mexico, I'm actually sick the next day from wearing the mask, right? So the mask makes you sick because you're breathing in your own toxins. So any chance I don't have to have it on, I'm not going to have it on. As I mentioned, many of my clients over the past months, especially since it first started, they were all messaging me, I got COVID, or let me not say certain words. I got the virus. What do? I tell them exactly what to do, what herbs to take, what protocols to follow. Within 5 days, they're like, thank you. I'm perfectly fine. Didn't have to go to the ICU, none of that. What do I take daily? You said supplements. I take herbs, right? So that's going to be daily. I always keep my sea moss, my bladderwrack, my burdock root, my elderberry. That's my staples for just daily, right? So we don't deal with no multivitamins. I'll go this way. And I'll introduce something else. So if I'm having anything with my respiratory system, right, I'm going to take mullein leaf. If I'm feeling like I got the sniffles or nose is running, I'm going to take triple or quadruple the amount of elderberry that day, right? So you can self-diagnose yourself. If you bruise easy, as I talked about, anything with your body, you can diagnose yourself. If you bruise easy, you have a thyroid issue. Your body isn't processing calcium correctly, or you're just not getting enough calcium. So you need to up your calcium intake. But if you up your calcium intake and you're still not getting better, as I mentioned, it's a thyroid issue. How do we fix the thyroid? We fix the thyroid. But if you up your calcium intake and you're still not getting with bladderwrack. Better, as I mentioned, it's a thyroid issue. How do we fix the thyroid? We fix the thyroid with bladderwrack. Then we talk about inflammation. If you have inflammation issues, if you have arthritis, that's inflammation. I'm recording a video on arthritis later when I get back, right? If you have arthritis, that's inflammation, right? So we got to get rid of it. And it doesn't have the negative effects long term. So yeah, I'm coming out with some books. I'm in the process of writing books. I read books, write books, and teach for a living. So this is what I do on my day. I go on walks. I usually got my headphones in. I'm listening to lectures. This is what I do. My goal is to get better so I can help you all get better. A man who knows it all knows nothing. That's why when you see the negative comments on my videos telling me I'm wrong, these are all people who know it all. Because for you to see a 30-second video, 60-second video, and automatically just come to the conclusion and spend time out of your beautiful day, I'm hoping, to write something negative and say BS or this is wrong, he doesn't know what he's talking about. That means apparently you know it all, because I just hit you with a bunch of information, and within 20 seconds, you took the time to denounce that information, so you know it all. So now we know that person knows nothing, right? So yeah, keep asking questions. I just listed off a couple herbs for you for specific symptoms. Then there's certain ways we have to mix these depending on how deep it is, how severe it is. If you missed any of this, subscribe to the YouTube if you're just joining. YouTube.com/TWalkTheHawk, or just search TWalkTheHawk just like it's spelled. Also, Instagram, same name. It's where I post client testimonials daily for the past over 4 months straight now, brand new ones daily. I put a little compilation of like 300 testimonials from different clients on my YouTube. That's just some of them. I have so many, I don't even be posting all of them. But I try to remember to post at least one a day, just to show people what's possible. Yellow dock is a herb. Again, that's for inflammation. If you're dealing with liver, kidney issues, anything like that, you want echinacea. Allergies, you got injuries. Comment the flex emoji, give me some info. Let me know if you can hear me. Some of you were saying it's freezing. I'm looking to see if y'all can hear me. Nobody's okay, so we're good. Got you. Yeah, milk thistle's good for arthritis, actually. Somebody said, what do I take? What'd you say? What can I take instead of celery? You don't need to take anything instead of celery, because what are you taking celery for? Right? Just remove the celery. If you're talking about juicing, your best juice you could take daily is a kale, apple, ginger. It's going to get you nutrients, vitamins, minerals, help with inflammation. Healthiest way to gain weight is to slowly increase your calories. Don't wake up one day and quadruple your calories, because then you're going to gain fat instead of muscle, which you probably want to build, right? Lean muscle, so it's tight and toned. Yeah, I mean, I already broke down celery. People kept tagging some dude that I guess swears by it, and that just lets me know that he ain't curing nothing. And that's the thing. People will be like, oh, I took celery, it cured me. No one food is curing anything, right? First, as we talked about, we got to remove specific things you're doing wrong, specific foods you're eating, and then we have to add beneficial things. There's no one cure-all that's going to work for any disease, any illness, right? Right? Just as we talked about with sea moss, like that's a great product. I can tell you to take sea moss all day, every day. It's not going to cure your disease just from taking sea moss. If we're not eliminating issues, if we're not cleansing the body, we're not cleansing the cells, adding oxygen to the cells, cleansing the liver, cleansing the colon, cleansing the pancreas, right? Because if you have like diabetes or something, that's simply an issue with your pancreas, right? So we got to fix the pancreas before we can cure diabetes, right? People are like, all right, you got diabetes, here's the cure. No. The issue is the pancreas is malfunctioning. So how do we fix the pancreas? What herbs do we combine to rebuild the pancreas, make sure that it's cleansed so there's no nonsense and toxins in it? And that's the reason why your insulin is out of whack, because your pancreas is throwing it off. So don't be fooled by these people to tell you, here's the one thing to cure this. Like, that's not how the chemistry of the body works. Yeah, I gave you all a video on the best teas. Red raspberry tea is good. Elderberry tea is good. Ginger tea is great. Again, I'm linking up with Victor, Dr. Sebi's son. He's mainly out here in LA. So we're gonna be linking up. So I'm gonna be making sure I get y'all to the right place to get your herbs. No, I did a video on honey. Don't deal with honey. It's high on the glycemic index, meaning it's going to cause your levels to spike, which are not good, right? So don't deal with honey. For a sweetener, your best source is going to be date sugar. Preferably if you make your own. You can simply put like a little bit of mountain spring water in a cup. You take a date, you mix it, it'll turn into like a syrup. Use that instead of honey. Or if you don't want to do that, your best thing is going to be 100% agave nectar. All mushrooms are good except shiitake. Don't deal with shiitake, which is one of the most common ones, of course. Again, somebody said for high blood pressure, take limes to unclog your arteries. Again, that's not how the body works, right? You can eat limes all day, every day. If you're not removing the negative before we add in limes, it's not going to fix the issue. Because that's the problem. People hear information like that. Like, oh, so-and-so said take limes. It'll remove or unclog my arteries. And then they'll be drinking their lime juice, whatever they do. But then they're still having steak for dinner or burger for dinner, which is clogging your arteries again. So it's more to it than just eating a lime to unclog your arteries. Yeah, date syrup, agave nectar. Red apple. Yeah, I'm gonna be coming out with all the protocols. Again, one of my best friends, Brother Polite, as I just mentioned, travels the world with Dr. Sebi. He actually had diabetes. Dr. Sebi cured him completely of diabetes. He was losing his leg. He was losing his eyesight. That's what happens when you get diabetes. He no longer has any issues with his eyes. He no longer has any issues with his legs. Here you go. Here's a little farm for y'all. Look at this turtle. But yeah, just talking to y'all, answering questions just off the top. You want to deal with the key lime. The reason the key lime's good is because it's acidic. Once it goes in the body, it's actually alkaline. Yeah, I'm in LA. It's about 75, sunny, a little breeze. A little goat, lamb, something. What is that? Whatever it is, don't eat it. Right? It is not going to bring you the nutritional value you thought you was getting from it. But if it is, look what it's eating, right? This is the confusion. When you look at these animals and you think they're good, they're giving you nutrients. The only nutrients you're getting from animals is because look what it's eating. It's eating plant, right? So anytime you're thinking you're getting any kind of nutrition from an animal, the limited amount of nutrition you're getting from the animals, because the animals you're eating, as I just showed you, eat plants, right? Nah, it's not a baby cow. It's a right. Makes no sense. We talked about fish on one of my lives like 3 days ago. Where are you getting your fish from? Typically the Gulf of the U.S., right? And we know what happens there all the time. Oil spills, a bunch of dead fish wash up. They find fish with 2 heads and a bunch of other issues. That's where you're eating your fish from. On top of that, fish is high in mercury, which is heavy metal, which we can trace any disease. Almost every disease we find, that person has a high amount of heavy metals in the body, depending on what it is, right? Whether it's cadmium, whether it's mercury, whether it's aluminum. I did the video on Alzheimer's to tell you that what happens is people with Alzheimer's, with dementia, mental issues, they have high amounts of aluminum in their brain. The aluminum's driven to the brain via fluoride that you're getting from your toothpaste every morning, right? So you have heavy metals in your body. You wake up, you brush your teeth with your fluoride every morning, and that drives it right to the brain. And you're wondering why you have depression, anxiety, stress, panic attacks, Alzheimer's, all that. What did I eat today? It is now like 1 o'clock? Kale, apple, ginger, right? People be so obsessed with eating. You gotta break the obsession with eating. I'm coming out with a video soon. I'm recording it today on the best herbs to curb your appetite, to reduce sugar cravings. So y'all like that video, right? So yeah, it's 1 o'clock. All I've drunk is a kale, apple, ginger pressed juice, because we talked about it on live the other day. The reason people have so many health issues also is the addiction to the food. Let me go this way. Right, you're eating too frequently. You're eating too late at night, because what happens is when you're in your mother's womb, you're eating off of the amniotic fluid that you're living in, right? And how often is that baby eating? It's eating at about 6 a.m., about 11 or 12, about lunchtime, and then once again around 4 or 5 o'clock. So that's 3 times a day, no sooner than 4 hours. But then as soon as your mom gives birth to you, you got all these, I want to eat this, I want to eat breakfast, then I need a snack. Then it's lunchtime, then I need another snack. Then it's dinner time, then I need another snack. Then before I go to sleep, I gotta eat this little bar. That's how I go to sleep, with my glass of milk, right? And you're wondering why you got IBS, Crohn's disease, PCOS, acid reflux, and all these other issues, right? Then you're eating right before you go to bed. Dang, I hate this connection. Only beans you should deal with is garbanzo beans, chickpeas. Stop dealing with the rice unless it's wild rice. Even though I don't deal with cauliflower, I know a lot of y'all are like obsessed with Chipotle. So if you go to Chipotle, instead of getting white rice or brown rice, get the new cauliflower rice instead, right? It's about taking steps. Yesterday on my live, I was giving y'all like transitional information. So you're not always going to be perfect, especially when you're coming from. Man, it says I ain't got service. Hopefully y'all can hear me. I'd much rather you eat that than white rice or brown rice, because that's high in starch, which produces acid in the body, which again is where disease lives. Hopefully y'all can hear me. I was going to go. I'll be walking in circles. Yeah, wild rice. It's such a nice day. It's supposed to be nice for like the next 2 weeks straight at least. I know that. Yeah, make sure your toothpaste doesn't have fluoride in it. You can probably find some in maybe Whole Foods. I go to Erewhon. I think it's only in LA though. I love Erewhon. It's like way better than Whole Foods. But again, don't be tricked into thinking everything that you get from these stores is healthy. Because people have the misconception that if I get it at Whole Foods, it's good for me. If I get it at Trader Joe's, it's good for me. No, they sell horrible stuff just like any store. So yeah, if you're just joining, you already missed a lot of information that's going in. So what you're going to want to do is subscribe to the YouTube, same name, youtube.com/TWalkTheHawk, or Instagram, same name. That's where I post my client testimonials. I've seen some of you asking about coaching. It's $40 for 1 month, $80 for 3 months. You get a whole month free. Click the link in my bio. You'll see the drop down that says custom coaching. You process payment, right? Or you can message me if you want to do like Cash App, Venmo, or Zelle. I'll send you my information. I'll confirm, and we'll get in detail about your goals, your injuries, your starting point. Are you vegan, pescatarian, do you eat meat, whatever the case may be? Are you working out at home? Are you at the gym? Is your gym closed? It's custom to you, your injuries, starting point. Within 5 business days, I have it sent to your email. We do check-ins weekly to make sure you're staying on track. Plan changes monthly if you choose to continue. It's up to you. It's no contract, right? And you had a chance of being the next client testimonial that I've been posting daily for 4 months straight. Clear the arteries, get rid of red meat. Also while increasing your blood flow. So things that increase blood flow, we talked about I believe yesterday too. Watermelon's great, preferably seeded. I want your fruit to be seeded. Pomegranate's great. Beets, not bad. Cayenne pepper, red bell pepper. Anything red increases blood flow. Burdock root is a blood cleanser. So that's going to cleanse your blood, which is going to unclog the arteries, as long as we're not continuing to eat foods that are continuing to clog these arteries, right? Get rid of mucus by stop eating mucus-forming foods. And then we start to cleanse, we fast. I did a live the other day breaking down how to fast. So you're going to want to go watch that on my YouTube. But I can't really run while I'm on the live. I guess I could. I'm gonna be out of breath. The phone's gonna be shaking. I ain't gonna see y'all's messages. I wanted to run around the block. I'm gonna just walk. I'm gonna just keep speed walking. Cause it's gonna throw the live. Y'all already losing connection. You don't need creatine. That's the thing. People be like, what do you eat? You know, I don't want to lose muscle. Right? I tell y'all how I eat. I only ate, only thing I've ate today is 1 o'clock is a kale apple ginger pressed juice to drink, right? I'm not losing any muscle. The muscle is still there, right? Because we get the muscle from, dang, I think I went out. I was saying you get muscle from eating the correct proteins. You don't need your meat to get muscle. That's the misconception. And you don't need a high amount of protein like the amount of protein you're getting from your meats, because what you have to understand is when you have high protein diets, that causes issues in the body. It causes osteoporosis, it causes digestive issues, right? So you get your protein from your nuts and your seeds, your hemp seeds, your quinoa, your walnuts, your Brazilian nuts, right? And then what you also have to understand, your body doesn't need protein. What it needs is amino acids, right? So your body actually turns amino acids into protein in your body, right? But you can get those from your fruits and veggies. If you're eating the right stuff, you don't have to worry about losing muscle, getting extra skinny. If you want to build muscle, just the same. It just may be a change in the calories. But yeah, yesterday I drank a kale apple ginger. I had like a handful of walnuts. What else? I ate a mango. I ate an apple. I ate 2 oranges. And that's it. That's all I ate yesterday. So it's pretty much a fruit fast other than a handful of walnuts. So at least once a week I'll do a fast, whether it's a fruit fast or just straight up juice fast. These are things you want to do to reset your body, reset your digestive system, whatever the case may be. It's my favorite palm trees. They're so perfect. Yeah, so a regular day is similar to what I just told you. Like a regular day for me is like, let's see, eat at about no sooner than 11. That's when I'll drink a kale apple ginger, right? Then I'll eat again around like 3. That's when I'll typically make my shake. I'll have a mango, maybe an apple, usually not, and then I'll have my shake, which I put red kale in, red onion. I put red kale, red onion, mountain spring water, spirulina, a whole burro banana because they're bigger, or 2 baby bananas. If I want it to be sweetened, I showed you yesterday cacao powder, but you don't want to put a lot of that because it is slightly acidic, right? But it is a better alternative to peanut butter, which we talked about, right? Because peanuts are high in lectins. They're not good for the body, right? So I'd rather you put cacao powder. It's the original chocolate. That's where chocolate comes from, right? They take the cacao bean or seed. It's a large seed. They cut it open. That's how they make cocoa and these milk chocolates, right? If you have issues with your skin, then that's a liver issue, right? So we have to cleanse the liver, get the liver on the right track. If you have eczema or anything like that, you need to cleanse the liver. Any skin rashes, skin issues, cleanse the liver. Detox the liver. Get the liver functioning right. If there's an issue with the liver, we need to fix the liver. Definitely believe the chemtrails are real. You're gonna want to bug me right there. See? They trying to throw my mood off. It depends. Depends on how severe. In many cases, people I study under will heal, completely get rid of diabetes in 4 months. Completely get rid of lupus, autoimmune diseases in 3 to 6 months. Cancer can be different depending on the severity. Cancer can be different depending on the severity. Echinacea is great for the liver and kidneys. Dang, I don't know if combination, making sure you're in a caloric deficit while also eating the correct foods, so you're not only eating less calories, but you're eating foods that are going to improve your health, because we can lose weight and still not be healthy. There was a girl on my video yesterday going in talking mad negative stuff, right? Not to be judgy, but she was like 300 plus pounds, right? And telling me I don't know what I'm talking about, right? So there's a red flag already, right? And she was saying I don't know what I'm talking about, and talking about how she lost 70 pounds and everything I say is false. And I'm like, I didn't respond back, but I'm like, this is what people don't understand. You can lose 70 pounds, you can lose 100 pounds. It doesn't mean you improved your health, because many people lose the weight eating a caloric deficit of the wrong foods, right? So you're actually damaging your health as you're losing weight. Right? You can eat Oreos, only 1,000 calories a day of Oreos. And guess what? Because you're in a caloric deficit, you will lose weight. And guess what? Oreos are also vegan. So now you're vegan and you lost 100 pounds. So you must be improving your health. No. You're damaging your health, but you lost 100 pounds. A good example is, let's say rapper Big Pun, right? A lot of you should be familiar. So Big Pun passed away. He went to like what you would call like a fat camp, right? He lost 100 pounds. And then guess what? He died like a month later. So yeah, he lost 100 pounds because he was like over 500 pounds. When you're over the 300, 400 pound mark, you can lose 100 pounds in 15 to 30 days, right? All it takes is small changes to the diet, small amount of movement, and that weight will drop off, right? But however, he lost 100 pounds and he died a month later. That doesn't mean, again, because he didn't improve his health. He just lost weight. So there's a difference between weight loss and improving your health. So that's why with my coaching, I'm like, I'm not just trying to get people to lose weight. So you'll see the testimonials, people losing weight, but also I'm giving them the correct foods or healthiest foods, because a lot of my clients, they don't want to, or they're not ready to transition to vegan or anything like that, and that's fine. I don't stress that on them. I don't push anybody in any direction. So I give them the healthiest options for what diet they choose to subscribe to, if that makes sense. Liver issues, echinacea is good. Somebody asked that. I'm going to probably make a video response. Somebody asked, what do I think about impossible meat? On one of my recent videos, I replied to their question. I don't know if y'all seen it, but he said, what do I think of impossible meat? I told him Beyond Meat is better, but you still want to limit both because they're still not the healthiest option for you. But a great transitional piece. Or for me, that's like a cheat for me. So if I'm having a day where I want to cheat and turn up a little bit, have some Beyond Meat, right? I still got to make a video on soy. I keep saying I'm going to post that. So I got to make a video on that. You definitely want to limit your soy intake highly. Do not deal with soy. Again, that's like another cheat for me. If I know something has soy in it, I'm out and about, and the vegan spot I go to, that's all they got is something with a little soy, I'll get it. But that's not something I would ever include in my day-to-day on a regular day. Yeah, I mean, I just went over pretty much what I eat on a day-to-day. Weekends is when I cheat, right? I have like a Beyond Meat burger or something like that. But again, I limit that, not even every weekend. Maybe once every month or something like that. So don't get confused and think just because you're eating fake meat and soy and things like that that you're improving your health. Even with like the dried fruit, like I told y'all, that's like a candy for me. So, but I don't want to eat it all day, every day. Because when your fruit's dried, that means it's dehydrated, right? So it doesn't have the same nutritional value as if you eat a real mango like I eat daily, right? Your dried mango isn't doing the same thing. So don't think that, oh, I ain't eat a real mango today, so I just ate a bag of dried mango. No, and then a lot of you don't look at the ingredients. You don't realize your dried mango is covered in cane sugar and 3 other ingredients. So anytime you're getting dried fruit or anything like that, turn the bag around. Make sure the only ingredient is 100% dried mango, 100% like whatever it is. Yeah, I have many clients who have had C-sections who no longer have any issues with their stomach. They have a flat stomach. Let's see. It got real windy out of nowhere. Acid reflux, get rid of acidic foods. Yeah, I already know. Somebody said you better watch yourself. They're going to come after you if you start healing people. I'm already healing people. I already have so many testimonials healing people, but you're referring to like really starting targeting specific diseases. I already have some testimonials for that too. But I'm about to have more. So it is what it is. Here we go. Somebody just got blocked. Bang, bang, just like that. I don't deal with nonsense anymore. I used to respond to the nonsense. Somebody said his Wingstop good for stopping mucus. And in 1 second, you just got blocked. That's the thing. People take time out of their day to write negative stuff. Many of them write all these negative paragraph after paragraph, respond to their own message because they ran out of space. And I just 2 seconds, bang, delete, blocked. Because I don't deal with negativity anymore. If you don't like the info, it's not for you. Keep scrolling, don't follow, do your thing. Yeah, I got some books coming that I'm writing. going to eat fish, salmon is the healthiest fish, but you want to stay away from that if you can. But again, transitioning steps, that's fine. I'd rather you eat salmon. I'm from West Virginia. I live in LA now. Beverly Hills, Hollywood area. I gotta record a bunch of videos though. I have to go home and record like 5 videos for y'all to have in the stash to post throughout the week. And then I gotta send out some more clients' plans. I sent out like 25 yesterday. So if you're in here and you think you ain't got your plan, make sure to check your email, right? Send out like, I think I got like 15 people's plans I gotta send out today. So I'm gonna record, edit, do that. Just took my little walk. Probably eat something around 3. Probably go on a run. Because of this time change, it still gets dark here like 5 o'clock. I can't wait for it to start getting dark at 9 again. So I'll probably run before it gets dark. So yeah, if you're just joining, subscribe to the YouTube. We just went live for over an hour, I'm pretty sure. A lot of valuable information for you to rewatch, take notes, whatever you gotta do, share with your friends, family that's dealing with any issues. Subscribe to the YouTube. I'm gonna upload this live as I do all of my lives to my YouTube. Search T-Walk the Hawk, spelled just like on here, or youtube.com/T-Walk the Hawk. Instagram, same name, T-Walk the Hawk Fitness. That's where I post all my client testimonials daily. Yeah, if you want custom coaching, you should know what to do. 40 for 1 month, 80 for 3 months. So you get a whole month free. Click the link in my bio. You'll see the custom coaching drop down, process payments. You'll be directed to message me and we'll get in detail about your goals. And within 5 business days, I'll have your plan sent to your email, customized to you, your starting point, injuries, food allergies. If you're vegan, if you're not vegan, it doesn't matter. I'm gonna give you the healthiest option. I'll throw in a bunch of free PDFs for you to read as far as natural healing, holistic health, in case you want to start transitioning, but you don't have to. So yeah. And if you don't want to pay through the link, you can DM me. I'll send you my Cash App, PayPal, Venmo, or Zelle. We can do it that way. It doesn't matter. I'll work with you. Or you can do a year up front for $360, so you're saving way more. I had somebody pay the whole year up front today. That happens pretty often because you save so much more, but you don't have to. You can do month by month for $40 or 3 months for $80, so you get a month free. It's up to you. I used to get that back in school. I used to get that I looked like Diana Ross's son. Back in ATL, when that movie came out, that's when I was young. I was like around that age. So everybody in school called me him, Evan Ross. Somebody said, "Sir, what are you famous for?" I don't know if you think I'm famous. I just be around the right people at the right time. Y'all see post, I was with Mayweather like 4 times last year. Drove out to Vegas like 5, 6 times, linked up with him like 3 times. Be with Brother Polite, he's a celebrity mentor. Teaches a lot of celebrities how to manage their finances. He's like my best friend. He also heals people. That's where I learned a lot of my info from. We got people coming out smoking cigarettes, so we gotta get away. That's when I should have my mask on when people walk behind me smoking cigarettes. Other than that, mask is off. So yeah, he's best friends with Mayweather. So I went out there with him because he's healed people in Mayweather's family. So when you heal people in somebody's family, they feel like, you know, I owe you and I got respect for you. So I went out there. I got some clients that are NBA agents. yeah, I just be connecting with people. Like I said, I'm linking up with Dr. Sebi's son, Victor, to point you in the right direction to get your herbs, because I'm not going to direct you to no places that's selling some nonsense. A lot of these people selling sea moss and all that. It's fake sea moss, it's lake moss and pool moss, because they're growing it in their pool and lake. So y'all think y'all doing something. Dang, this loud ass trash truck. Y'all think y'all doing something, taking sea moss, and it's not even sea moss. Like, so I'm gonna get you on the right track. I got the alkaline vegan meal prep delivering nationwide. Within the next 2 weeks, I'm gonna direct y'all on that path. I'm coming out with some more books. Right? I got the alkaline meal plan grocery list. Almost got hit by a car. Coming out 40, or sorry, that's out already. 40 plus recipes, plus a grocery list. That's a link in the bio. You'll see the drop down. Soon, Dr. Sebi's son Victor, he hurt his leg, so he kind of on some bed rest right now. So he's out here in LA though. He probably like 15 minutes from me. Chef Key, that's who's doing the alkaline meal prep. That's who I get my meals from. He like 15 minutes from me. Brother Polite, who I just mentioned, he like 20 minutes down the road. Somebody said the 40 recipes look so good. Thank you. That's somebody who purchased the recipe book. Happy to help. That's the link in the bio. So yeah. And it's funny because I've been doing like since this lockdown and virus, like I've done so much in the past 7-8 months, like traveled more than ever. New Year's, we was at Mayweather's. Me and Polite was with Mayweather at his strip club that he opened up, and it was so packed. I don't do no clubbing and stuff like that. I'm not about that life. I'm like, all right, it's New Year's. Polite want to roll out to Vegas, link up with Mayweather, so we did that. It was like shoulder to shoulder, no mask. And then Polite for his birthday in August. That was when like the virus was really spiking. He had a 3-day house party in the hills in Beverly Hills at a mansion. Super packed house party, 3 days straight. Again, no mask. Went to Mexico for a week. 2 weeks ago now. They don't require any mask in Mexico. Y'all see the videos on my Instagram. It was like crazy parties and bars and strobe lights and shoulder to shoulder packed at every club there. No mask, like, so. And again, I'm not against you doing your mask, but don't like live your life. If it was meant for me to go out, it was meant for me to go out that way. But at least I had a hell of a good time over the past 6-8 months, while many others are locked up, miserable, thinking they can't leave their house, scared to leave their house. But that's part of the game. They're ruining your mental health, which is also ruining your internal health. Self-harm's on the rise. Like, live your life. And if you follow what I tell you, eat the right foods, know what herbs to take when you do have specific things going on, when you're having respiratory issues, because we know the virus is a respiratory virus, right? So if we take the right things, we take our elderberry to get rid of our flu-like symptoms, we take our mullein leaf to help clear up our respiratory tract, right? We're eating coconut daily, we're drinking our coconut water daily, real coconut water from a real coconut, that's antiviral, right? We take our oregano oil, that's antiviral, right? So we're equipped and ready for war, so you can live your life. As y'all see, like somebody just came out and started smoking a cigarette. That's when I run. When I see somebody smoking cigarettes or something like that, that's when I'm like, oh, let me get my mask. Right? But nobody, for all these decades of people smoking cigarettes on the sidewalk, nobody ever thought to put that mask on when they see that, right? So that's the weird thing. You have to see. Y'all be in casinos gambling, and everybody's smoking all right next to you. It smells like straight cigarettes in there, but you never had to put your mask on in the casino. Like, start thinking about these things. But again, do the right things. Not saying I'm immune to anything. Anything could happen to anybody at any time, but I know that I live my life. No, I didn't get the vaccine. I haven't even got tested for it. That's why I did that video, how to deal with COVID-19 like symptoms, because I had like a 3-4 day period where I felt like I definitely had the symptoms, right? I didn't get tested, but I'm like, what do I need to get a tube stuck down my nose for and get tested? And all they're gonna do is tell me you got it or you don't. They're not gonna give me any way to deal with it until I'm so bad that I have to be on, go to the ICU or something like that and be hooked up to a ventilator. So what is me going to get tested for confirmation? I'm going to assume I got it, and I have the knowledge to know what to do. That's why I told y'all what to take, what I did. I've had many clients over the months since like whenever it started, last March or something, tell me they got it. I tell them what to do. They're good in 5 days, and none of them had to go to the ICU or hospital. Like, I even have some people to reach out, and they're not even clients, and I just give them info for free. I had a woman the other day reach out and said that her and her daughter were doing really, really bad and had to go to the hospital 3 times, couldn't breathe, and were just feeling horrible. She kept messaging me, like, saying how scared she was for her and her daughter. What do I do? She's not even a client. I just told her what to do, gave her the steps, what to follow. 2 days later, she's like, oh my God, thank you so much. I feel so wonderful. I haven't had to go back to the hospital. Then like a week later, she tested. She no longer had it. So just trying to help people. I just went over some of the stuff I said for the virus. Also, it's going to be good to fast. Get the meats out of your system fast if you can. That's going to help. God, this is a nice day. I'm definitely going to about to go in and record videos. I just be on live forever. It's been definitely over an hour now. I just started answering y'all's questions. I already talked in detail about fish about 15-20 minutes ago. So if you're just joining, you missed anything, subscribe to the YouTube, same name, youtube.com/TWalkTheHawk, or just search TWalkTheHawk, I'll pop up. And that's the thing, you'll even see, like, I keep it real. I didn't come from this information. I came from a situation just like you all, where I was eating nonsense growing up. I was raised on all the nonsense, right? The difference is when I get the information, I get the research, I start to understand, I take it in instead of being defensive and emotional about it, because we have emotional attachments to these things that are causing us illnesses and disease, right? So you'll see videos on my YouTube that I'm not deleting. It's there from like 5-6 years ago where I'm eating meat and things like this. Like, I keep it real, right? So it took time to get to the point I'm at now. And now, because I know how long it took me to get there, I'm like, yo, it took me 25 years to get this information. So now I spend every day of my damn life spending my free time reading, researching. I'm like, if it took me 25 years to understand this information, I really got to start going in and spending all my free time to get as much knowledge as possible, because I already wasted 25 years of eating unhealthy. So I got to start getting on track, getting other people on track, right? Click the link in the bio. You'll see a drop down that says custom coaching. Click that. I should have brought my shades. I like to actually look at the sun. Yeah, my mom, she has an autoimmune disease, but, you know, she's stuck in her ways and her habits. You know, she's up there in age now, and you know, you can't make everybody listen, no matter how close you are to people. It's how it is. She was told to stop smoking cigarettes 10 years ago when she got diagnosed. She still won't stop. So if you can't do that, ain't even no point in me trying to press you every day to fix your eating habits. Let's at least stop the cigarettes that even all your doctors told you to stop. But hey, Talked about seafood. If you missed it, subscribe to the YouTube. I'll upload this. You can watch the replay. See a lot of y'all joining late. So you just missed like an hour and a half. Different topics and details. Subscribe to the YouTube, same name. T-Walk the Hawk. YouTube, Instagram. So let me get in here though so I can start recording these videos. And then I gotta send out plans, things like that. Yeah. Cucumber is good. Sometimes I'll put cucumber in my kale apple ginger. Nice. Yeah, it's good, but you still got to remove the negative things before you start adding the positive things. Any respiratory issues, mullein leaf's great. But yeah, let me get off. I'll holler at y'all later. Subscribe to the YouTube, Instagram, same name. Click the link in the bio if you want custom coaching. Or message me, I'll get you set up. 3 free videos daily. 1 live like this daily to help y'all out.